Your physiotherapist looked at you and said something that sounded almost like a warning. Be careful what you believe about eggshell membrane. That tiny membrane contains several compounds linked to joint tissue, but that doesn't mean what you think it means. So what exactly is going on here? Is this something worth trying, or another supplement riding on a claim it can't actually back up? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what eggshell membrane is made of, what the research actually proves, and just as important, what it doesn't prove. That distinction is the part almost nobody explains, and it's the part that matters most. Let's start with something familiar. Maybe it's climbing stairs at someone else's house, feeling that small hesitation before the first step. Maybe it's loading groceries into the car and pausing halfway through. Maybe it's staying on the park bench a little longer while your grandkids run ahead. That was true for one man in his late 60s. Nothing dramatic, just a knee that had quietly become less cooperative over the years. His physiotherapist mentioned eggshell membrane almost in passing, and he assumed it was just another trend. He was skeptical. So he decided to actually look into it before trying anything. And what he found was surprisingly simple. Eggshell membrane naturally contains collagen, glucosamine, chondroitin, and hyaluronic acid, compounds already associated with healthy joint tissue. That's exactly why researchers became curious about it in the first place. But here's where it gets important. Just because a compound exists in your cartilage doesn't mean swallowing it sends it directly to the knee. Your digestive system breaks everything down first. There's no guaranteed pathway that delivers these compounds straight to the joint. Anyone claiming otherwise is oversimplifying the biology. So what does the research actually show? Several clinical studies have looked at eggshell membrane supplementation and found it may help reduce joint stiffness and improve comfort during daily movement, kneeling, climbing stairs, standing up from a chair. For some participants, that improvement showed up within weeks of consistent use. And here's the detail most supplement ads conveniently skip. These studies measured how people felt: reduced stiffness, better flexibility, less discomfort. They did not measure whether cartilage tissue was regrowing or joint damage was reversing on an X-ray. Those are two completely different claims, and the second one, cartilage regeneration, isn't what this research shows. That's the real answer to the question this video started with. Eggshell membrane may genuinely help you feel better day to day. It has not been shown to rebuild what's already changed inside your knee. If a product tells you otherwise, that's marketing, not evidence. So where does that leave the man from earlier? He didn't stop at the supplement. His physiotherapist paired it with something far more proven: daily movement and simple strengthening exercises for the muscles around his knee. Movement helps circulate synovial fluid within the joint, supporting the exchange of nutrients and waste products around cartilage. Stronger quadriceps absorb more shock, taking pressure off the joint itself. They're not exciting, but they're the foundation everything else builds on. He added eggshell membrane on top of that foundation, not instead of it. Several weeks in, not overnight, he noticed his knee felt more cooperative. Stairs got easier. He stopped pausing halfway through unloading groceries. Was it the supplement, the movement, or both together? Honestly, there's no clean way to separate that. And that's the honest answer, not a marketing one. If you're considering trying eggshell membrane yourself, talk to your doctor first, especially if you have an egg allergy or take other medications. Give it real time before deciding whether it's helping. The studies showing benefit generally looked at several weeks of consistent use, not a single dose. And keep your expectations grounded. The evidence suggests it may be a reasonable option for some people looking to support joint comfort, not a proven treatment for rebuilding cartilage, and not a replacement for movement and strength work. So, if you remember one thing from this video, remember this: eggshell membrane may help how your knee feels, it is not proven to rebuild what's already changed inside the joint. Knowing that difference is what separates an informed decision from an expensive guess. If you want to know which everyday habits actually reduce stress on an arthritic knee, the kind that make the biggest difference regardless of what supplement you choose, we'll cover those essential habits in an upcoming video, so make sure to stay tuned. I'd like to know, had you heard of eggshell membrane before today, or is this the first time? Let me know in the comments. Take care of that knee. Small, informed choices add up more than most people realize.